Hello, my name is John. Welcome to my Gamester81 arcade channel. And my arcade hunting continues. It brought me to an arcade in downtown Springfield, Missouri called 1984. I'll put a link to their website below. And let me be honest with you guys, this is one of the better arcades I've been to in a long time. As the name implies, they've got a lot of retro arcade machines, approximately about over 50. And they have a bunch in the back that they're always repairing, and they kind of interchange them in and out. So every time you go there, it's a little bit different. There's the two owners. They have a snack bar, some pizza. There's Qbert when you walk in. These are the machines to the right. Space Invaders, classic. Here's a cockpit Star Wars sit-down arcade. That's a really rare machine. That's a very limited edition run, and it's probably worth over $10,000. It's super rare. Sin Star Pole Position 2 by Atari, and they also had Gauntlet 2, which is a classic Atari arcade as well. A lot of fun. And this couple right here, they're playing Gauntlet 1. So they had both. There's Galaga. What's really cool about this place also is you walk in, they have 80s music playing. They have televisions with 80s movie scenes playing. So it definitely makes you feel like you're in the 80s. It kind of throws you back. It's $5 to get in. It's unlimited play once you're in. So it's only $5 cover charge. I think that's a pretty good deal. And then pinball machines are a quarter to play in addition, which is still a good deal because usually pinball machines are around about 50 cents. Here's Smash TV, one of the few 1990s games that they had here. It plays very similar to Robotron. Centipede by Atari. This is Bastonian, and it was brought by Midway into the States, but I believe Namco was the one, kind of similar to Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man, that all happened, but it's kind of interesting, kind of an obscure one you don't see every day. Here's the pinball machines. You had Space Invaders. Some of these weren't working. There's Funhouse. But, pinball machines, they tend to break a lot because there's so many moving parts, but they're actually working on when I was here. And there is a Miss Pac-Man cabinet. Pong. Here's kind of a Pong arcade. You don't see those in the wild every day, which is unique. Back to the Gauntlet 2. So this pretty much covers all the arcades on the right side when you walk in. They're playing Gauntlet. It's a really there's Tempest as well, classic one with working perfectly with vector monitor and everything. On the wall they have a whole bunch of Star Wars and a whole bunch of 80s movies. Definitely really well laid out. And here's kind of a quick look at just side one more time. On the back wall there, they have the high scores, which is cool. So they post the high scores of people, and as you can see there, Donkey Kong Jr. high score was actually broken here back April 19th, 2010. So the Donkey Kong Jr. cabinet, that's actually the same machine that the record holder had, and that's really neat how they keep track. They also have those scores on their website. That is Battle Zone. It's hard to see, it's kind of dark, but that's an Atari Vectrix. It's kind of a telescope you look into, kind of unique gameplay. Moon Patrol, Shinobi by Sega, Missile Command, Arkanoid, which is a really hard game, Golden Axe, classic one for the Genesis. I love the Genesis port of that. Here in the back corner on the left, they have a bunch of Nintendo ones. They got Popeye, which is really neat, Donkey Kong, of course, and here is the Donkey Kong Jr. Arcade that has a record broken onto it. Frogger by Sega and Gremlin, and then Defender. These are classic. Robotron, which plays like Smash TV, 1942. Time Pilot 84. Lunar Lander by Atari. And Tron. I believe that Time Pilot also has a record held onto it as well. There's Tron. Quick overview. As you can see, they have the 80s music videos playing, and they have Terminator posters. It's just really neat. Kind of looks like you're in Tron. There's Zaxxon. And here's a back room here you go into. And they've got a lot of classics ones. And there's got a sofa area. Scramble. That's by Stern, one of the few Stern games which they made primarily pinball machines, still do. Rampage. And to the right of the Rampage arcade right here, that's the only one arcade video. That's the only one that kind of runs that wasn't an original dedicated cabinet. Centipede, that wasn't really necessarily working. Prisoner of War by SNK. That one it's been a while since I've seen that and played that. Here's it's a pole position 2, it's Final Lap. It's a 2-player one side by side. It plays very similar to pole position. Controls weren't very good on that. It's not a very good game, my personal opinion. But there's Elevator Action by Taito. And Warlords. Ghosts and Goblins cabinet. You don't see that every day either at arcades. That's pretty neat. Super hard game. It's been ported to the NES, as many of us may know. Probably one of the harder games around. And this is a quick overview of kind of the back left area. And there's Tetris as well by Atari. Overall, this is a really fantastic arcade, guys. I really recommend if you're ever in the Missouri, Springfield area or anywhere close, definitely check out 1984 Arcade. They've got kind of interesting hours. They're Wednesday through Saturday, 4 to 11. So not open every day. So you got to make sure check their times. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. See you soon.